Yes, to go greener in its energetic mix, EDF has often necessitates to remove its obsolete thermal power plants to make room for a cleaner and more environmentally friendly means of production. So that's why it's been 15 years that EDF has implemented a deconstruction program for its old thermal power plants. And EDF has developed a strategic approach to perform this kind of works, which is divided into three main steps. So first of all, the decommissioning, which is a phase led by the operator, and which aim is mainly to put the plant in a safety condition for its further deconstruction. Then we have the dismantling, and it will be the focus on today's presentation. It's quite a long phase. It can take up to 6 to 10 years regarding the level of asbestos we have in the power plants, regarding the size of the power plants. It's a phase during which we try to collect and gather all the input data that are needed to perform the works. We prepare all the various contracts, and then we execute the different works, which are mainly asbestos removal and demolition. And then in the end, we have the remediation, soil remediation, which aim is to prepare the soil for another mean of production that can be put at the place of the old thermal power plant. So here's the strategic approach, some key figures about our activity. Since in 2008, EDF decided to create an engineering department dedicated to perform the dismantling project of the thermal power plant. So since then, we've already demolished 10 power plants and 19 chimneys, which represent 6 gigawatts of power, while recycling 95% of the waste we produced. It represents more than 10,000 tons of asbestos, more than 200,000 tons of steels, and more than 400,000 tons of concrete that we reused on site. And it represents approximately more than 350 million euros of contract. So now I want to talk about the work packages. With all the years and the experience accumulated, we've developed a methodology at EDF to perform the demolition of our power plants. And this methodology of work packages is really tailored to the French context. It may be different over here, I'm sure of it. The three main issues we have to address in France is, first of all, our French regulatory context. And when I talk about the regulatory, I'll talk specifically about asbestos. I won't go into details about the regulation, but regarding the personal protection equipment, regarding the duration of asbestos exposure of the workers, regarding the necessity of setting up containments most of the time, the asbestos removal works is a huge task to perform. It's very long and it requires a lot of means to perform. And in addition to that, it's a responsibility of the project owner to perform complete surveys, exhaustive surveys with asbestos. It means that every discovery, every findings during the works is the responsibility of the project owner. So all the financial risk is upon the shoulders of the project owner. So this is the first thing. Then we have the available industrial resources in France. With this restrictive regulation regarding asbestos, we have companies that are specialized in asbestos removal works. We have companies that are specialized in demolition works. But we have not many, if not any, company that have the skills and the means to perform both kind of works on the size of the power plants we need to deconstruct. So we need to take this into account in our strategy and in our approach when we want to demolish our power plants. And then we also have to smooth our expenses because, as you saw, we have a lot of power plants to deconstruct. So it's a lot of money to put in, and so we need to make it last so that we can smooth our expenses about it. So the work